As we established earlier, chronic inflammation accelerates bone loss by activating the cells that tear down bone tissue. The sugar spike corn has a high glycemic index. Frequent spikes in blood sugar are linked to increased calcium excretion and inflammation. Corn provides carbohydrates and calories, but it lacks the structural nutrients, vitamin K, dense calcium, found in leafy greens or cruciferous vegetables. The fix? Replace corn with sweet potatoes, rich in potassium and magnesium, or butternut squash, rich in vitamin C for collagen. These offer the sweetness and texture of a starch without blocking mineral absorption. The terrifying reality is that weak legs are not just an inconvenience, they are a warning sign. But the empowering truth is that your body is forgiving. It is ready to rebuild if you give it the right raw materials. It is time to stop viewing food merely as fuel for energy and start viewing it as medicine for structure. Embrace the slime. Let okra lubricate your drying joints and fight the inflammation that makes movement painful. Trust the green. Let broccoli direct calcium into your skeleton, reinforcing the density of your femurs and shins. Purge the thieves. Banish the high-sodium pickles and the mineral-blocking corn from your pantry. You do not have to accept old age as a sentence of immobility. There are people in their 80s walking tall, lifting grandchildren, and living without pain because their bones are dense and their joints are fluid. The choice is on your fork. Will you feed your weakness or will you feed your strength? Disclaimer: this article is for informational purposes. Always consult with a healthcare professional or nutritionist before making drastic changes to your diet, especially if you have underlying kidney issues or are on blood-thinning medication due to vitamin K content. They say the eyes are the window to the soul, but if you want to see your future, look at your legs. There's a silent crisis happening in the bodies of seniors around the world. It isn't just about gray hair or wrinkles. It is the quiet death of the lower limbs. Medical science has increasingly begun to measure longevity not just by heart rate or blood pressure, but by leg strength. When your legs begin to die, losing muscle mass, stability, and power, the rest of the vital systems often follow suit. But how do you know if you are at risk? The signs are often subtle, woven into the fabric of your daily routine until they become invisible. Do you instinctively reach for the armrest or the back of a chair to hoist yourself up? Does standing in line at the grocery store for just a few minutes leave you feeling dizzy, weak, or needing to shift your weight constantly? Have you noticed your thighs looking thinner, or have you experienced stumbling on stairs that used to be easy? If you answered yes, your legs are weakening. Many dismiss this as the inevitable wear and tear of aging, but this is a dangerous misconception. There are octogenarians climbing mountains and walking miles without fatigue. The difference isn't luck, it's biochemistry. Specifically, it is the body's ability to utilize nitrates. As we age, our body loses the efficiency to produce the specific compounds that maintain muscle density and bone strength. For decades, doctors have parroted the same advice: eat your spinach. But the latest nutritional understanding suggests that for seniors, spinach is simply not enough. It lacks the potency required to reverse the aging of joints and bones. In this deep dive, we are going to revolutionize your grocery list. We will explore the 2 super vegetables that contain 10 times the nitrates of spinach, and we will expose the 3 imposter vegetables that are secretly leaching calcium from your bones. To rebuild dying legs, we need a 2-pronged approach: joint health, the hinges, and bone density, the structure. You cannot have one without the other. Strong bones with stiff joints result in immobility. Flexible joints with brittle bones result in fractures. 1. The joint and cartilage architect, okra. For many, okra is a polarizing vegetable due to its texture, but that very texture, the slime, is the secret weapon for seniors. If you are taking synthetic supplements for bone health but ignoring okra, you are missing nature's most potent biohack. The calcium myth. For years, the narrative has been simple: bones equals calcium. This is a half-truth. Your bones are a complex matrix made of 11 different minerals. Flooding your body with calcium supplements while ignoring the other 10 is like trying to build a brick house without mortar. Okra is a nutritional powerhouse because it respects this complexity. 1 cup of cooked okra provides approximately 82 milligrams of calcium, significantly more than spinach, but it packages this calcium with magnesium, phosphorus, and vitamin K. This combination ensures the calcium is actually absorbed, not just flushed out. The magic of mucilage. The defining characteristic of okra is its mucilage, the sticky stuff inside. This is not just culinary, it is medicinal. Lubrication. This mucilage is rich in soluble fiber, which helps the body maintain hydration within connective tissues. Think of it as internal oil for your rusty hinges. The gut-joint axis. Science is now exploring the connection between the stomach and the joints. The soluble fiber in okra improves gut health, which drastically reduces systemic inflammation. Less inflammation in the body means less pain in the joints and better production of synovial fluid, the cushion between your knees. Cartilage defense. Okra contains polysaccharides that act as natural cushion boosters. Research indicates these compounds protect cartilage from degenerative changes and slow down the breakdown of collagen. Recipe spotlight: how to eat okra for strength. Don't just boil it to death. Here's how to prepare okra to maximize its medicinal properties. The comfort bowl: okra and tomato stew. The method: sauté diced onions and garlic in olive oil until fragrant. Add fresh chopped tomatoes and let them break down into a sauce. Add sliced okra rounds, season with cayenne and black pepper for absorption. Add a splash of water and simmer for 20 minutes. Why it works? The acidity of the tomatoes helps extract the minerals from the okra, making them more bioavailable. The crunchy snack: roasted okra chips. The method: preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, 220 degrees Celsius. The secret here is dryness. Wash the pods and pat them completely dry to avoid sogginess. Slice lengthwise, toss in olive oil, garlic powder, and paprika, and roast for 20 minutes. Why it works? This eliminates the slime for picky eaters while retaining the fiber and mineral content. The hydration bomb: okra soup. The method: a hearty broth base with chicken or vegetables, thickened naturally by the okra mucilage. Add carrots and potatoes for heartiness. Why it works? Consuming the mucilage in a soup form ensures you are ingesting 100% of the soluble fiber and polysaccharides that leach into the liquid. 2. The bone density commander: broccoli. If okra is the architect of the joints, broccoli is the commander of bone density. Mothers have forced broccoli on children for generations, and they were right. The bioavailability factor. 1 cup of cooked broccoli contains roughly 60 milligrams of calcium. While that number seems standard, the quality is exceptional. Broccoli's calcium is highly bioavailable, meaning your body absorbs it efficiently. But calcium is useless without direction, and that is where broccoli's secret weapon comes in: vitamin K. The traffic cop: vitamin K. This is the most overlooked aspect of bone health. You can eat all the calcium in the world, but without vitamin K, that calcium doesn't know where to go. It often ends up calcifying your arteries, causing heart issues, or your soft tissues, causing stiffness. Vitamin K activates a specific protein called osteocalcin. Osteocalcin acts like a claw. It grabs calcium from the bloodstream and locks it into the bone matrix. Broccoli provides more than your daily requirement of vitamin K in a single cup, effectively turning on the bone-building process. The flexibility factor: magnesium. Bones are not supposed to be like concrete. Concrete snaps under pressure. Bones need to be like bamboo, strong but capable of slight bending to absorb impact. Magnesium is what provides this flexibility. 60% of your body's magnesium is stored in bones. Broccoli provides the magnesium necessary to prevent bones from becoming brittle. For a senior, the difference between a brittle bone and a flexible bone after a fall is the difference between a bruise and a hip fracture after a fall. The inflammation fighter, sulforaphane. Broccoli contains a sulfur compound called sulforaphane. Chronic inflammation triggers cells called osteoclasts, which break down bone tissue. Sulforaphane calms this inflammation, slowing down bone loss and giving your body a fighting chance to rebuild. Recipe Spotlight: maximizing broccoli. The absorption booster: steamed with lemon. The method: steam florets for exactly 5 to 7 minutes. Keep them bright green. Toss with garlic-infused olive oil and a heavy squeeze of fresh lemon juice. The science: the vitamin C in the lemon juice supercharges your body's ability to absorb the calcium and iron in the broccoli. The power bake: broccoli and cheese. The method: steam lightly, then bake with Greek yogurt, beaten eggs, and cheddar cheese. The science: this combines vitamin K, broccoli, calcium, cheese, and vitamin D, eggs. Vitamin D is required to absorb calcium, making this a complete bone-building triad meal. You are eating your vegetables, you are trying to be healthy, but what if the healthy sides on your plate are actually undoing all your hard work? There are vegetables that, chemically speaking, are enemies of the aging skeleton. Number 1, the calcium thief, pickled cucumbers. It seems like an innocent snack, a sandwich side, a burger topping, a crunchy treat, but pickled cucumbers are a disaster for senior bone health. The sodium trap. The issue is not the cucumber, it is the brine. One pickle can contain between 300 and 800 milligrams of sodium. When you flood your system with sodium, your kidneys work overtime to flush it out through urine. Here's the biological tragedy. The kidneys cannot separate sodium perfectly. As they flush out sodium, they drag calcium out with it. The math of loss: for every 2,300 milligrams of sodium you excrete, you lose 40 to 60 milligrams of calcium. You are literally peeing away your bone density. The acidic environment. Vinegar is highly acidic. The body maintains a strict pH balance in the blood. When you consume highly acidic foods, the body buffers this acidity by releasing alkaline minerals. The biggest store of alkaline minerals in the body? Your bones. Your body dissolves your own bones to neutralize the acid from the pickles. The dead nutrient profile. The pickling process destroys the vitamin K and magnesium found in fresh cucumbers. You are left with a sodium sponge that steals calcium and offers nothing in return. The fix: switch to fresh cucumbers. They contain silica, great for connective tissue, vitamin K, and hydration. Add lemon and dill for flavor without the bone-destroying sodium. Number 2, the mineral blocker: corn. Corn is a staple in many diets, but for the aging body, it's a nutritional void that comes with a heavy tax. The anti-nutrient: phytic acid. Corn contains high levels of phytic acid, phytates. This compound is known as an anti-nutrient. When it enters your digestive tract, phytic acid acts like a magnet. It binds to calcium, magnesium, and zinc. Once bound, your body cannot absorb these minerals. They pass right through you. For a senior with already reduced absorption capability, eating corn essentially blocks the uptake of the very minerals needed to keep legs strong. The inflammation trigger. Corn is high in omega-6 fatty acids, but very low in omega-3s. A healthy body needs a balance. An excess of omega-6 promotes inflammation.